I hope you're working on my challenge for this week to memorize Colossians 3:17. Whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Let me introduce you today to a man who embodies that verse. He's known in history simply as Brother Lawrence. He lived during the 17th century, spending most of his adult life in a monastery in France. He never even aspired to become a priest. He remained as a lay brother. Throughout most of his life, he served the monastery in unassuming ways. His primary job was to be the dishwasher, and when he got older and could no longer stand throughout the day, he was put in charge of repairing sandals. It was not until after his death that his personal writings were assembled and published as a book entitled The Practice of the Presence of God. If you're thinking of him as some sort of joyless, sad old hermit, you are missing the dynamic of Brother Lawrence. He lived with exuberance because he learned to find joy in the simple things of life. And because of that, people were drawn to him. His joy sprang out of his ongoing relationship with the Lord. He came to understand that everything we do, everything, no matter how menial, can be a gift to God. He wrote, "We ought not to be weary of doing little things for the love of God, who regards not the greatness of the work, but the love with which it is performed." Robert Edmondson, who translated his book, wrote, "At first, I had an image of Brother Lawrence as a jolly old monk who took pleasure in cleaning pots and cooking. But I was struck by the depth of his love for God, and his life lived in obedience, humility, and concern for others. He learned to discover the presence of God in everyday experiences." Brother Lawrence wrote, "Think often on God, by day, by night, in your business, and even in your diversions. He is always near you and with you. Leave him not alone." During these days, you might feel that your home is a bit like a monastery. But it's good to remember that you can practice the presence of God no matter where you are. If you look, you'll discover him even in the menial, everyday tasks of life. Take the word of a lifelong professional dishwasher. God is available to you. Brother Lawrence has reminded Christians throughout the centuries that you can discover God anywhere because he is everywhere. So God bless you today as you practice the presence of God.